So hi, one of the Good Noise Podcasts here with Wes Hoffman. We're gonna ask some questions today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired you to start making music?
What inspired me to start making music?
Yep.
Hmm.
Um, well, when I was a kid, my mom was always is very musical. She majored in piano in college. She's an amazing pianist. Isn't that a weird word?
Yeah.
You cut out
Pianist.
there just the tiniest bit. I thought you said penis. I was like, oh no.
I know.
Okay.
I know. She's amazing at the piano. And also a wonderful singer. And she had a guitar. She taught me and my sisters piano when we were little, and so it's kind of always been a big part of me. But I eventually picked up a guitar that my mom had in her bedroom, and what really got me into playing punk rock was when I was probably about 12 or 13. I heard a band called MXPX, and they just like blew my mind. I'd never heard anything that fast. I had probably never even heard anything that heavy at the time.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, now there's tons of like heavy music out there, but it just wasn't accessible. This was back in like the mid 90s,
Oh,
Yeah.
It wasn't what it is now. And so like, that really inspired me. And I was like, this is just so cool. So I dove into this world of punk rock, and like I'm still doing it. So 20
Yeah.
years later. So
All right.
Solid. All right. So congratulations on your new single, What's Left of Me. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
It's been really awesome. This was the first one that I really believed in this song. I have another song coming out probably in a couple months that I'm going to release another single. But I really, really believed in these songs, and I wanted to really put as much into pushing them out and getting people to listen. Hence why I'm talking to you guys. And so thank you for having me and letting me like talk about my music. But
Of course.
I wanted to get a chance to like I really just wanted to share it out with people and do it right. And put as much behind the promotion and trying to get people to listen as I did. Put as much energy behind that as I did in writing and recording the song. So it's been really, really cool. The whole, I mean, I have a few songs on Spotify, but this whole world, how people are discovering music now is like, I'm old school. I would give people flyers at shows and be like, hey, come to my show next week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that was how you would do it. And this whole world of getting it on playlists and you doing a YouTube video and all this kind of stuff is really new to me. So it's really cool that, people all over the world are listening to it. So it's like, it's really cool in it, but it's also like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's like, it's awesome, but
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. So thank you to everyone who's listened.
So well then, how have you adapted from
Yeah.
handing out flyers to playlist promoting and being active on social media? You got to be an influencer
Exactly.
at this point, as on top of a musician. So I'm curious to know what you think about that.
Yeah, I've always kind of adapted. I've always, I like connecting with people. So I've always kind of gravitated towards social media when everything was really coming out, like way back in the day. I had a MySpace and I had a Zanga and I had all these like older, there was actually here in St. Louis where I'm from, we had a little, like, it was very primitive at the time, but it was called stlpunk.com. And it was like all about the punk scene in St. Louis. And like, there's a website that was at first was kind of just like a message board, but you could have a handle and all that kind of stuff. So I've always really been interested in that. And I've always been pretty active on Instagram. Instagram is like my main platform, I would say now. So I'm following you guys, just so you know. I love how like most of your posts they look like this, like a Zoom screen, and it's like somebody tells a joke and everybody laughs.
You gotta get people interested. Gotta get people interested.
I love it. I love it. So, then with Spotify, really just seeing, it hasn't been till probably the last year, just seeing how many other people were building playlists, and I started following those and building my own as well. I used to have a podcast called Strange House, and we had a podcast where we'd have all of the bands that we had on. We'd add them to the playlist and tell people to follow it and stuff.
Yeah,
like that. So,
that's really cool.
yeah. And so now I'm kind of just, all of these people who curate playlists, they have an Instagram. So it's like a way to connect and figure out from there. And then of course I'm working with Val, who connected us together, and she's been a huge help in helping get the word out as well. So
She's the best. We love her here.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
Val.
awesome.
So is there any meaning behind the cover name or the cover art
Or the title art.
or the title of the track?
Yeah. So the art is done by this guy. He's a friend of mine. His name's Chris. It's Youth X Energy on Instagram, and he does some really cool bootleg stuff. And he was doing a lot of stuff for bands previously. Doesn't do too much anymore, but I've worked with him for a couple of years now, so he still does it for me. But I really I went through a huge transition about a year ago in my life where everything, my life looks completely different now than it did a year ago. And even now I have this new song out and things are, I'm in a much better place than I was previously. And I really had just gotten to a point where I was like, I just turned 38. My birthday was on Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. And I just was like, I kind of just want to go to a blank slate again. I really just kind of want to press the restart button on my Nintendo and start over. And I had all these different things in my life, like relationships, and I had my own business, and everything just kind of. I told my friend it looked like, what a duct tape looks like when it's all wadded up and it's got like lint and hair on it. Like that's what I felt like what my life was.
Oh, that's horrible.
I know. It was all just this big mess that I felt like needed to be unraveled and started over. And it wasn't all bad, but there were many big aspects that needed to be changed. And so after I made that big transition, I started to write songs again. I was like, okay, I can kind of see what's left of me. Where am I at? Where am I at after starting from zero? Like what's good, what's working, what's not. And when I say you and me were never meant to be, that doesn't necessarily mean a person. It just means maybe my past life and my past dreams and the things that I wanted at one time weren't what I want now. And I can finally see where I'm at now and move forward. And then the artwork, I told him, I was like, I just want like a broken mirror. I think that would be really cool. You're looking at yourself, and he just took it and ran with it and made this really cool like collage kind of type looking thing, which I really like. And it's also, I gave the duct tape analogy. It kind of looks like something that's been dirtied and stomped on and pieced together, which I think he totally got it. That was totally part of the concept of it too. So it sounds like a sad song, but it's really not. It's like, I'm starting over. It's good. Let's move forward. Let's go.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome. So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this song?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started, it's been a couple of years now that I started doing this. I started using GarageBand to write all my songs. So I do, on the song, I did all the instruments and the vocals except for the drums. My good friend, Justin, he goes by Hez. He did the drums, and because I just can't play drums.
That's fair.
I mean, I could keep a beat maybe, but I can't do the kind of stuff that he did. So he's a magician on the skins. So he, I sat down and I wanted to record a couple of songs. Like I'd been overdue. I needed to record some songs and put some stuff out. And so I have a little practice studio that I go to, and I bring my laptop and I hook it up and put my guitar in there, and I can mess around with the drums a little bit. And so I probably had, oh my gosh, I mean, I probably had 4 or 5 ideas for each song. I had 4 or 5 songs. Out of these 2 songs that I recorded, I've had 6 songs total. I was like, these are the best 2 that I need to record. So, that had fully fleshed out with like digital drums and stuff like that. So, and then I talked to the other guys that play with me in the band, like, which ones do you like best? Which one do you think are like the heavy hitters? And what's left with me, my best friend Jacob, who plays bass, the minute he put the headphones on and heard it, and that first chord, and then it just takes off with that fast punk beat, he was like, yes, this has to be one of them. And so I was like, okay, that's it. And it takes me, I mean, sometimes inspiration strikes and you write a song in 10 minutes and you have all the lyrics and the how you want it to be arranged down. these songs took a couple weeks each, like of refining, and I'll record something instrumental and then I'll listen to it in my car, I'll listen to it in my AirPods and kind of think, what melody am I hearing, what do I want the chorus to sound like, instead of just, oh, this is the first thing that came to my mind, let's go with that. So I really took some time. I would say my process was a lot slower than it has been in the past, but the songs are a lot better because of that. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Worked out in the long run.
Exactly. Yeah, as long as the songs are coming out good still, like, yeah, that's all that matters.
Do either of you guys play music?
Oof,
Absolutely not. Not a musical bone in our bodies. Nope.
No. I have like 5 instruments though. Can't play one. The thought that counts.
You're just big music enthusiasts?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
We're just here to talk about the music. We're not here to play it.
No.
I honestly, dudes, I think that is just as important as the music. Like, if we don't have people that are like you, I did a music podcast for a long time where we talked to bands, and like, that's as big a part of, that's an art in and of itself. And it's as big of part of the music. Like I was putting as much energy into getting the word out as I did in writing the songs and recording them. It's just as important as, like, you're an artist as well. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they go hand in hand. They're to me, in my mind, they're like the same thing. Like, and there's so many cool podcasts and like just Instagram accounts out there now, like spreading music. It's really awesome.
Yeah,
it is definitely.
It's like exploded because the world was locked down, so everyone was like, "I want to start a podcast."
Exactly.
So everyone started a podcast, and
as they should.
They should. So this is a brand new question. You're the first person we're asking it to. I thought about it at about 12:30 in the morning after showering. So let's see how it hits.
Okay, what are you doing showering at 12:30 in the morning?
I'm not.
Do you not shower at the middle of the night?
I mean, I shower in the mornings. I mean, I guess 12:30 in the morning is a thing, But
exactly. It's a morning.
Lately, I'll shower, like, I'll get up and I'll work for a little while, and I'll shower like at noon. Because, like, I don't wake up.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I feel gross if I'm not like that. That's disgusting. I can't do that. No. And I can't shower before school because I'm up until 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't roll out of bed and be ready for school by 8 o'clock. Absolutely not.
I feel gross when I shower at night, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, well, now I feel my hair. I have horrible bedhead, like.
I just comb it over and I feel fine. Like,
I don't know. My hair just doesn't do that. Like,
see, I don't get it. I can't.
I don't know. So,
welcome to the Bedhead Podcast.
So, what lyric is your favorite on this song? And I would like you to explain the meaning behind that lyric.
Okay, good question.
Thank you.
Good job, Shane.
Thought of it myself.
Yeah. So there's a line in the chorus that talks about, in my darkest hours where I found my power. And I think that a lot of times people, myself included, like, you don't really, it's kind of like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like, it's kind of like that, but it's more of like, in those hard times, in the darkness, and the times when you hit rock bottom is when you really realize, okay, am I gonna descend deeper? Am I gonna stay here at rock bottom, or am I gonna bounce back? And a lot of us don't change until we hit that rock bottom, and until we're forced to do something different, because everything around us isn't working. And some of us just stay at rock bottom. But for me, it was like, I have a choice. I can either stay in this same situation for the rest of my life, or these same situations, or I can make a change and move on. And I mean, shit gets dark, but I think we're all powerful enough to pull ourselves through it if we want to, and we can.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a very good lyric.
I like that.
I like that a lot. So can you tell me where your headspace was while writing the single? You kind of already went into it a little bit, but if you want to, you can go a bit more in depth.
Sure. Yeah, I always try to, what I really tried to do lately, when I'm going in to write songs, is just kind of, I'm really into meditation and like mindfulness and stuff like that. So I don't do it every time, but I was, when I was writing these songs, going in there and trying to clear out everything in my head, and just, my studio has no windows, so it's like, it really does shut out the outside world. I try not to look at my phone that much when I'm down there. And I kind of just cleared everything out of my head, and you know, it sounds really, it might sound a little woo woo or like spiritual, but like just letting the music kind of flow through, and like, okay, I'm going to sit here with my guitar and play around with some chords and see what I like the best, and see what comes out, and just kind of let it flow through. And I feel like it's the times when I go into the studio and I think, I'm going to try to write the most awesome riff I've ever written and that's ever been written. I'm just going to rip this shit, you know, like to shreds. I'm just going to go crazy. And those are the times where it doesn't come out, you know? I feel like it was somebody like Albert Einstein said that something similar to, like, it's when you're not looking for the answers is when they come to you. Like when you're in the shower and there's nothing around to distract you, that's when the ideas come. Or when you're doing dishes or mowing the yard or folding your laundry or something. That's when it seems like the best things kind of come to you. So I kind of went into it with that mindset and that attitude. And also just trying to reaffirm to myself, I'm also a big positive affirmation person. Like when I would go into the studio, I would say, like, not in a conceited way, but like, I'm a good songwriter. I write good songs. Like I would just say that kind of in my head over and over. And I think some pretty good songs came out of that. So
definitely, because you are. So boom.
So what band or artist influence you think you can hear the most on this single?
So I've done this, I've answered this a little bit. There's a band called Strung Out. That is one of my favorites. Punk band from the 90s. They have kind of this metal-y sound, and they have the fast punk beat. MXPX, of course, because they're one of my my OG punk bands that I really liked. There's a singer-songwriter, her name is Courtney Marie Andrews. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she wrote this song that my girlfriend sent to me not too long ago, and lyrically, like, I was really trying to kind of pull from some of like the deepest parts of me, which a lot of her songs have that in it as well. And I'm a really big fan of, like, you know, with just anthemic stuff, I'm a really big fan of the Menzingers, those guys too. So just kind of like that fist pumping, like, choruses and songs that will get caught in your head, like, after one listen. So
exactly.
Okay. I don't mean to flip this around and distract you guys too much, but could you each give me like a band that you're listening to that you really like right now?
One that I like right now? Ooh.
Architects.
Ooh,
oh my god,
how's the new album?
Oh my god, it's so good.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Not a metalhead. No, absolutely loves the album.
It's so good. I bought the vinyl and then refunded it like 5 minutes after because I was like, no, a fan would enjoy this. So I
bought that same pressing, so it's okay.
Yeah, that he's the fan that got the color variant. Oh god, I don't know. I'm not gonna say One Direction because, like, I haven't been listening to them that much lately. But, like, I can give you an artist.
Sure.
Yeah, Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, okay.
Or like Frank Ocean. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I need to check out that new Architects.
Yes.
For sure. Yes.
It's 100%. Like, it is so good. I'm going to listen to it again tonight, probably. It's like that good.
They put out one, and then A Day to Remember just put out a new album.
We just trashed on the A Day to Remember album for a solid 10 minutes.
You didn't
it's not good. No.
Oh, really? There's a couple songs on it that stood out to me, but
the heavier songs were okay, but like they tried to go like pop/pop country, and it was not good at all.
I didn't. Yeah, they put like a really heavy song, and then they put a country song right after it, and it wasn't like put together properly.
What's the name of the country song?
I don't even. Do you remember?
There were a couple in there that had like a country twang to them. That's why I call them like pop country.
Oh, I know. I think I listened to it yesterday when I was driving for like an hour, and I mean, yeah, they have that one song that's called like Bad Friends.
Mm-hmm.
That one's okay. Like
that one's. There's a couple. It's just the heavier songs because that's what they've been doing their entire career.
Yeah, that's what they're known for.
But you can tell that like Fueled by Ramen had their hands in there a little too much, and they were trying to like turn them into a pop band like they do every other band they sign. So
yeah.
AKA Fall Out Boy.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm totally kidding.
No, you're right, Phil.
I forgot. Is Fall Out Boy on Fueled by Ramen?
Yeah, everybody's on.
Okay. Okay.
They were way back in the day. So.
All right.
So is Paramore, right? Yeah.
Which, I mean, all due respect to bands like Blink-182, Green Day, Fall Out Boy that like start on the ground level.
Yeah.
Literally the ground level, and they are wildly successful now. Like that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I just, I hate to be that person that's always like, oh, well, their older stuff is better. But I feel like the older
but sometimes
stuff
it's true.
is more genuine. It's more genuine. It's more authentic.
Exactly,
that's before they had all this money and they could spend all this money in the studio and take all their time writing music. Not that they sold out or anything. I mean, I still support those bands. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, but it's just, a band like Fall Out Boy, their music just evolved. It turned into pop. All of a sudden it's like, you hear a song at like a bar or something, you're like, somebody's like, oh yeah, this is Fall Out Boy, and I'm like,
you're like,
and
it's Fall Out Boy.
It wasn't even slow evolution.
I can't hear a single guitar in it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the worst part about Fall Out Boy is it wasn't even a slow evolution. It was just like they came back from their hiatus and went pop.
Yeah,
so,
it made no sense.
Yeah,
it's weird. I mean, I still, like I said, still support them. I'm not going to call them sellouts or anything like that. But it's like, it's interesting to see the progression.
Definitely.
For sure.
So back to your track. This one.
You gotta rein me in once in a while.
It's okay. It's all good. It's okay. So this one should go like super, super fast. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this new track for listeners in 3 words. I switched that, but it's okay.
Upbeat, emotional, powerful.
All right.
Those are decent. I like
Solid.
those.
Was it supposed to be a phrase, or can I just want to?
It's whatever.
Just 3 words. Whatever comes to your head first that contains 3 words.
Mm-hmm.
So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while going through the track? You said it was like a positive song, so is that the feeling you want your listeners to have?
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I've had multiple people tell me that like when they listen to it, that it made them tear up a little bit. And I mean, all of those people were people who know me and know maybe what I've been going through over the last couple of years. But so maybe they related to it on a little bit of a different level. But like, I would say maybe a little bit introspective, like a little bit melancholy. Like it is positive, but it's not your upbeat, happy, newfound glory, jump around. It's a jump around song, but not in the same way where it's like, it's not one of those like real bubblegum poppy type songs.
Yeah.
I would still call it kind of catchy and poppy, but like not in that same way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I wanted to hit people in the feels a little bit. One of my friends, she was like, oh, I really like that song. It was so good. She's like, it made me kind of sad though. And I'm like, it's supposed to hit you in the feels a little bit, know? So
yeah. That's fair.
Did either of you cry when you listened?
No.
I haven't cried to a song in a good bit of time.
Yeah. Well, actually, the last time I cried was when I listened to Discovery right after Daft Punk broke up. But that does not count. We don't talk about that.
Poor Daft Punk.
Other than that, I don't typically cry when I listen to music.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. I can't think of the last time I cried when I listened to maybe like Better by Zayn. Like, I don't know. It's been a while. And it's not even like a sad song. It's just like I was so happy he came back. So no, but anyways, is this single leading up to anything bigger, or is it just like a standalone single?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, like with many of my projects, so the whole how this whole thing started out was I was going to do one song with Hez, who I mentioned before, who plays drums, and he asked me if I wanted to come over to his house and record one song. And so we recorded a song that was like 1.5 minutes long. It's called Keep Your Focus. It's on my Spotify. It's like one of the first songs on there, like older song. And then I was like, okay, well, we have to play a show now. So let me put together a few more songs. And then we played a show, and we had like 80 people in a place that holds like 60 people.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Packed.
When we did like our little release, like our one show. And then I was like, okay, we can't stop now. So it was like the momentum just kind of built. And I was like, so let's do more songs, let's do more shows. And I was originally just going to put out 2 songs. I went to the studio in December and recorded 2 songs. And I was like, and then I'll see what happens after that. So now I'm going to do an EP. I'm going to go back to the studio probably at the beginning of the summer, like maybe June, and record 3 more songs and put out a little 5-song EP probably like in September. So
okay. Happy birthday to me. Nice.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
I said happy birthday to me. Thanks.
Oh, okay. When's your birthday?
Oh, it's September 25th.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So I guess you got to put it out on that day now.
So it's
like a Saturday or something.
Are you into astrology? You're a Libra, I think.
I'm a Libra. Yeah. I'm not really into it. Somebody tried to guess our astrology signs once and failed horribly.
Jill from Pollyanna.
I love them.
But so hard.
Horribly. But no, I'm not really into it. I think it's interesting. But are you?
Yeah. I am into it somewhat. Like, I mean, I'm a Pisces, so I know all about Pisces, and we're emotional and sensitive and intuitive and empathic and creative and fluid. It's a water sign, so you kind of go with the flow. And so I have studied a lot about like what my sign is, and I'm totally like right on. It's like on the mark with me. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Solid.
So where do you see the project in the next 5 years?
Oh my God. 5 years. You know what? Honestly, like, I know I'm a little older, but I would like to do a little bit of touring, even if it's just for like, we can't really do that. We can't do that now because of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
When, which actually I think has been a positive thing because it's forced me to go into the studio. Like, I can't tour, but I can record. I can't play shows, but I can record. And I don't think there were a ton of albums that came out in 2020. Neck Deep, off the top of my head, is one that Hot Mulligan put out a good one. Neck Deep was the one that I feel like Knuckle Puck put out a good one. Those are all the ones that stand out to me anyway. But I'm hoping that kind of like putting out music now, putting out an EP. In 5 years, I would hope to have a full-length album out, at least 10 songs, 10 to 12. And even if it's just like, I'm an adult. So like, I have to work, I have to pay bills. I can't be gone, the way that life is, like, I can't be gone for, I mean, it would be awesome if I was able to support myself for a 90-day tour or something like that, but like, even if it was just for 5 to 7 days, even if it was like, okay, we're taking a week, we're going on a little run, we're going to play to some people and see what happens. And I'd love to play some festivals and stuff like that. So these are all like just kind of my dreams that in 5 years, I would love to be doing stuff like that.
Definitely. Yeah. I hope we get to tour when the world opens back up, because that'd be pretty
in 2046.
Oh God, don't say that.
I think we're getting close, but I don't think I don't know if it's going to happen this year.
It's so uncertain.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom is saying 2023, and I'm like, oh God, that's not good. So
I don't like the sound of that.
No, neither do I. I'm hoping 2022.
I am too.
Because I'm already counting out 2021 because of Mississippi and Texas. They just dragged us back down. So I'm giving us an extra year.
Yeah, I agree. I think with a lot of people, they're just over it and they're like, oh, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not taking
exactly.
It's like that we're at this weird place where it's like, we're getting the vaccines. It's getting better. Like cases are going down. And now you're like, this is, states are doing that. And it's just it's not. Then, what worries me is those people in Texas or Mississippi, they're going to travel to other places and people are going to go there and they're going to get it and take it back to wherever they're from. It's just like, it's just going to perpetuate it. I feel like if we all would have just been like, okay, everybody just lock down for 2 months. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. We'll give you a little bit of money to make it through. And then we won't have to deal with this again. But we didn't do that.
Literally, yeah. God, it would have been so easy. So easy for everybody to just listen. We're still
other
here.
countries did it. Other countries did that, and
Exactly. Yeah.
they're not dealing with COVID anymore. And
Australia shows again. I'm about to go to Australia.
New Zealand's having big festivals again, so
I'm about to go there.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
Nope.
But I'm over it too, but still wearing my mask. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard for the people that have really been taking it seriously. Like then you're like, I'm really over it too. Like, but I've been taking it seriously, and
exactly.
It's a tough.
Not a whining little piss baby when I put my mask on. Just go fucking do it.
Just wear your mask.
That's what life is now.
I'd like to see my friends eventually, so please just wear a mask.
Yeah.
It's just basically our message.
So it's not that big. Honestly, I live in St. Louis, and in the winter, it hasn't been that bad. The mask actually helps keep your nose warm.
Exactly.
Take that one, anti-maskers. My face is so much warmer when I'm wearing the mask outside.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother me that much. Like, it's a little bit of a pain when you're in the store for too long. Like when you're inside for too long, you start getting sweaty under your mask.
My glasses fog
I was
really
gonna say
bad.
Glasses, yeah.
It's horrible.
Really not that big of an inconvenience though to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Dick, we're going to go straight to death row.
Boom.
So, if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Bigger boom.
What would my last meal be with what?
A drink.
With a drink?
Yeah.
I would probably, this is going to sound really silly. There's this really awesome pizza place here in St. Louis called Pizza Head.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got like it's New York style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys from New York?
No.
New Jersey, and she's from Virginia.
Yeah.
So, East Coast. Close enough.
Okay,
Close enough, yeah.
So you've got New York style pizza over there everywhere. Yeah. So it's New York style, so big pizzas, and like you can fold them over.
Oh yeah.
And I just had I'm vegetarian, and they have this like chicken tikka masala pizza that's like just so good, and their pepperoni and their sausage, it's all vegetarian.
Okay.
It's all vegan, vegetarian. It's not all vegan. You can get dairy like cheese, but
yeah,
I would probably have that as a whole pie by myself. You can really only eat like 2 pieces at a time because it's so big.
Yeah.
But and a drink, I'm not a big. I mean, I do drink beer once in a while. I drink a lot of water.
There you go.
I would probably but if I'm gonna die anyway, I'd probably want to go out drinking an Orange Crush.
Okay. All right, solid. I haven't heard that one in a while.
I don't think we've ever gotten that one.
No, we haven't gotten Orange Crush before. In our 400 interviews, we haven't gotten Orange Crush.
Okay. Yeah, I don't drink a lot of soda, but every once in a while in the summer, it just it hits different.
It does.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I just need an Orange Crush right now. Like sitting out on the beach or something. Like, yeah.
So true. I agree.
So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
That is a good one. I'm such a big okay, well, I can actually do this then.
Okay.
So I'm a big comic book nerd too. The Ninja Turtles and Batman did a crossover together.
Oh my god.
I want to live in that world where the Ninja Turtles and Batman exist together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go hand in hand into battle with Michelangelo.
That's a good one. Yeah, definitely. Oh my god.
I will run into battle screaming Booyakasha.
So true. So true. That's the dream. That's the dream. Oh my god. We haven't gotten that one.
No.
A lot of new answers here. Thank you.
Well, I was trying to go off the Mandalorian came to mind. WandaVision came to, like, the Avengers universe.
We haven't gotten WandaVision or the Mandalorian. No, I think we might have gotten the Mandalorian once.
I don't know.
I think we have.
You know, you've probably gotten Star Wars or...
Oh god. So many times.
9 million times.
Yeah. So, but thank you. I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Ooh. Honestly, my favorite, if you can't tell, I wear a lot of black. And it just goes with everything. So
yeah.
I mean, and back in the day, there was always it's an easy decision to make because it goes with everything. And back in the day, every band, I mean, I can't tell you how many black t-shirts and black hoodies I have.
Exactly.
And just because it goes with everything, and so many bands they always have that classic, like, I actually just released some new merch and it's a black t-shirt with white print. I know it's really simple, but I mean, but black is actually the absence of color. I also really like blue and green, so different shades of blue and green kind of go together too. So
okay,
all right, solid.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Just listen to my new single, What's Left of Me, and pre-order. I'm doing a pre-order of merch. It's gonna you can order it now until March 12th. I don't know if this will be out by then, but okay, well, you can't pre-order anymore. But go listen to What's Left of Me. Follow me on Spotify. Listen to the song. That's all that I asked. That's when I put this out, all I said was, I just want people to listen. That's all. So please listen. And thank you guys so much for having me. This was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this was great.
Well, thank you for now. This has been Wes Hoffman, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.